Good morning, students. In the last class, we have discussed about water table, aquifer, infiltration, etc. And we have also learned that if we take out more water from underground, then it's a replenishment. Then water table will get depleted. So water drawn or taken for use, water taken for use from underground will get restored by seepage of rainwater. So getting restored is known as replenishment. If we take the underground water for our use more than the rate of replenishment, water table may go down. That is the general thing, provided if all other natural factors are maintained normally. But water table may go down if the water is not sufficiently replenished as with the usage. So you are using the underground water at a particular rate. If in the same rate water table is not replenished, if the water is not sufficiently replenished, then water table may go down. So water table may go down if the water is not sufficiently replenished. There are various reasons or factors for this depletion of water table. What are they? Increase in population. Okay. If population is increasing, what will happen? Increasing the population, it creates a demand for construction of houses, construction of various shops, offices, roads, pavements, etc. When there is a demand for the construction of all these things, automatically the open area like parks, playgrounds, all these things will get decreased. When land area is occupied by the buildings, more land area is occupied by the buildings, open area will get decreased. When open land gets decreased, the seepage of rainwater into the ground also gets decreased, because the seepage of rainwater takes place through open land. Seepage of rainwater takes place through open land. So when open land gets decreased, automatically the seepage of rainwater gets decreased. So if you take in many of the constructions, people are not interested to leave the area open. Instead, what do? They make pakka floor, that is cemented floor. The cemented floor, does it allow the seepage of water? No. cemented floor, it does not allow the seepage of water into the ground. Right? And we are not allowing seepage of rainwater to go into the ground, but we are taking groundwater. We are making use of groundwater that is already present in the underground for the construction of these houses and other works. Right? So we are only making use of groundwater, but we are not allowing it to get replenished. Does it not affect the water table? Definitely it will affect water table. Apart from construction works, we are consuming more groundwater, right, for various other purposes also. So finally, 2 points are very clear. We are consuming more groundwater and we are not allowing it to get replenished. We are consuming more groundwater. We are allowing only lesser water to seep into the ground. When consuming rate is more and replenishment rate is less, water table gets depleted. Water table gets depleted. Consuming rate is more and seepage is less. This causes depletion of water table. If consumption of groundwater is more and seepage is less, then water table gets depleted. The table gets depleted. So this is what is happening due to the increase in population. So where do you expect the water table might have got depleted at an alarming rate? In villages, open land may be available freely due to the crop fields, whereas in cities there are more buildings are coming up. So do you expect water table will be retained in cities in the underground? No. Water table, it might have gone to very lower levels in the underground in cities. That is the reason in the cities like Bangalore, Chennai and all other areas, there is a lot of water scarcity problem. Not availability of water is known as water scarcity. Right. So next region is industrial and agricultural activities. Let us just take industrial activities. What are industries? Industries are the large-sized manufacturing units of various synthetic products that we use in our day-to-day life. Okay. And without water, no industry can run. Water is used by all the industries because the production process of every industry, it needs water. With the increasing in population, not only the construction process is increasing, even the industries also are increasing. continuously the industries are increasing. And the water that is used by all these industries, it is taken from underground water only. Right? If you carefully observe, even in your nearby areas also, not exactly in your village, if you are living in a village, but nearby town, nearby city also, you can find some or other industries. And these industries, they make use of underground water only. And agricultural activities. Agriculture, it is the backbone of our country, because synthetic products you cannot eat. You have to eat natural products only. Right? Without agriculture, our life is not possible. A majority of farmers in India, they depend upon rains for irrigating their crops. Irrigation means supplying water at regular intervals to crops is known as irrigation. You might have learned in the starting chapters about this irrigation. So for irrigation purposes, farmers need water. And farmers, majority of the farmers in India, they depend upon rains for irrigating their crops. In some places, canals provide water. These canals get water from tanks, rivers, etc. Sometimes rainfall may not take place properly. If rainfall is not taking place properly, if it is taking place abruptly, then such an rainfall is known as erratic rainfall. Due to erratic rainfall, these canals also may not work in some places. When rain is not taking place correctly, erratic rainfall is taking place. When canals are not supplying water, finally, to grow the crops, water is needed. Then what will the farmers do? Farmers also tend to use, or they have to use, groundwater for irrigation. The increasing population put more demand on agriculture activities. So, when agriculture activities have to be increased, automatically usage of groundwater also increases. Right? So this results depletion of water table. Scanty rainfall. Nowadays rainfall is taking place in this past 1 year very hugely. Storms are taking place, floods are coming up, taking the lives. But in some years, rainfall will be very, very less. There is scanty rainfall. When rainfall is less, seepage into underground also will be less. The rain that is taking place, that flows through the forests, can go into the underground very easily, because it is obstructed by the roots of the large trees, so that the water will be settled at the areas like forests. So seepage of water takes place very easily. If forests are removed, then automatically the entire water in the form of flood, it will just go and join the rivers, and from the rivers it will directly go into the oceans. So deforestation also results in poor rate of replenishment of groundwater. Decrease in the effective area for seepage because of industries, because of construction. Okay, there is a decrease in the effective area of seepage. When there is a decrease in the effective area of seepage, then also what will happen? There will be decrease in the effective seepage. decrease in the effective seepage into groundwater. So these are various factors that are causing or that are becoming responsible for poor rate of replenishment of groundwater.